morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of What's Cooking. Christmas time is upon us, and you know what that means. Gingerbread houses, peppermint sticks, Christmas cookies, and figgy pudding, whatever that is. But hey, I'm here at downtown Edmonton at the Square Cakes and Catering, joined by the owner, the manager, the jack of all trades, the Jane of all trades, really. Miss Elizabeth, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. I've just enjoyed meeting you.
I love the Christmas spirit here. She's already got her sweater on and stuff, and it's just in time for the holidays. So tell us a little bit about the Square Cakes and Catering. How did this get started? And we're standing in front of some delicious looking cakes. I have to say, it smells wonderful in here.
Oh, does it? I can't even smell it.
Oh, I did. As soon as I walked in, I just cakes, and I love it.
Somebody else said that yesterday, but I can't smell it. I'm so used to it, I can't smell it. We had a restaurant in Tennessee, in Dixon, and we sold it and came home from Park City, and I wanted nothing to do with the restaurant business. Got a house with a gate and locked it. But there wasn't a lot of places to eat, so we opened this up as a restaurant. And we had it open as a restaurant, 3 or 4 years, I don't know. And I don't know, I tired of it. And so I closed it and started doing the farmer's market, which I loved. And so I just pivoted into cakes and candy and all the things that I always loved to do.
All the desserts and the baking.
Yeah, but Christmas time, it's always time for the jam cakes. That's my season.
I was about to say, since Christmas time, you have to get some sort of desserts, and jam cake is one of your specialties here.
It is.
I'll be honest, I've never had a jam cake. The
I'm
only thing I know as
excited.
far as jam, it goes on peanut butter jelly sandwiches or toast and biscuits. So I'm excited to put it in a dessert cake just in time for the holidays.
Yeah.
What do you say we see how it's made?
Let's go.
All right.
We're back here in the kitchen, and I've got everything ready. I've got my dry ingredients in the big bowl, and I always use Blackberry jam. So the jam goes in the food processor, and it gets pecans and walnuts and a little bit of coconut and dry fruit, raisins, cranberries, cherries. Sometimes I mix them, but it gets a dry fruit. And so what happens is that goes back in the batter, making that cake that's so thick and rich and moist. Okay, so I've got my butter melted. I've got my eggs. These are brown eggs. My son has a chicken house, and it's a mansion. Has a chicken mansion. And then the milk, and I'm going to stir it up. All right, so now you're here, and this is where the jam goes. This is going to be a special order cake, and so I'm going to do something just a little bit different with it, but only because I have this special order and I'm fixing this small batch for. So they wanted to actually see their nuts, so I'm going to put in these extra pecans in theirs. And so now there's your jam cake, that beautiful purple. Isn't that beautiful? This is ready, and we're ready to go in a 350 oven. And so we're going to pull out the finished product, and this is what they look like after 30 minutes. And now we get to ice them. So this is where I ice the cakes on my Lazy Susan, but I wanted to show you, this is my caramel icing. It's not the biggest pot I own, but it is my icing pot. Every cake gets iced twice, because that's part of the, it's part of what makes it so great. Part of what made them so good was that they were iced and encapsulated in that icing. And so the cake just kept getting moister and moister. And that's what people remember. So if you try to eat it too fast, then it's not going to be that great. You need to let it sit. So I try not to let them go out of here before they're 2 weeks old. This is a finished product, the Square's Blackberry Jam Cake via Opal Furlong.
Well, that looked like a whole lot of fun to make.
Oh, yeah.
And I had no idea it was going to be blackberry jam. And anybody that knows me knows I'm a blackberry fiend. I will eat almost anything if there's blackberry on it. I think a cake's going to be probably one of the best blackberry dishes I've ever tried.
I think that may be the best thing blackberry jam goes in.
All right, well, here we go. My very first
All right.
jam cake, just in time for Christmas. I love that. You can taste the blackberries. It is a moist cake. It's not crumbling apart. It's not dry. And oh my goodness, that frosting.
Yeah.
I'm not a big caramel fan, but that and the blackberry jam cake, this is Christmas. This tastes like Christmas, and I love it. This is wonderful.
Oh, good deal.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad.
Everybody, just in time for Christmas, you got to come here to the Square Cakes and Catering in downtown Edmonton in Metcalfe County. See Miss Elizabeth, get a jam cake, chocolate covered cherry, bourbon balls. I'm sure you make a ton of other stuff here as well.
Oh gosh, yeah. We got German chocolate cakes, Italian cream cakes. I got to get a hummingbird cake. I hadn't made a hummingbird cake in forever, so I got to make a hummingbird cake. It's my season. There's so many things to make in so little time.
So little time, so make sure you get here just in case she runs out or before the season's over, and get yourself some wonderful desserts. Again, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching this episode of What's Cooking. I'm going to dig back into this, but I'll see you guys next week.